Alright, folks. We're back for some more FF14. So, without any further delays, let's do this, shall we? Here's the title screen music. Hey, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. As I always like to say, that way it doesn't matter what time zone you're in. Let's continue, shall we? I believe we were just about to, well, I'd rather not spoil, but pretty obvious what we were about to do the way the last time ended. And I would have gone through with it if I had more time, but maintenance was starting in like 20 minutes. I had to get the fuck out of there. So yeah, it's a little cut off sooner than where I wanted to, but it is what it is. Let's do it, shall we? So I think where we last left off, we were helping Yuguri and the Doman refugees, but at the same time, we found out that the Sahagin were stealing crystals from all over Eorzea to summon Leviathan, and they did right in front of our eyes. So now we're gonna try to figure out how the hell to take them out. One second. Okay, there we go. Resolving a little tech issue. Alright, we're good. Let's load up our save file. I kind of wish they would already give us more than one save file, because not a problem yet, but at least in one instance I know of right now. In Shadowbringers, it kind of makes sense to stop one of the storylines halfway through and continue MSQ, but you can't do that when you're doing New Game Plus. You can only have one save file, so if you stop something halfway to start a new storyline in New Game Plus, it erases your old save file, and then you'll have to start from scratch. More on that once we get there, which is still a long ways off, so I'm not even going to get into it now, but that is kind of another reason why I'm going to have to use that alternate Leon I have on a different server to try and make up for that problem much later. The main reason I have them is for side quests that don't have a New Game Plus feature for them, but that add significant lore to the world and the story, which is why I still decide to include them. But, yeah. This is where we left off, in the heart of the world. Speak with Merovib in the command room in Limsa. Yeah, that's what we were gonna do. It was like 15 minutes to maintenance time, though. Oh, right. Only those menders, though. There's actually other menders you can use in New Game Plus mode. It's fucking weird. I don't know why there's certain ones that it's just like, no. It's just no, man, no. Gotta raise the volume up a little bit for myself. There we go. The television! Gentlemen. You're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. Alright. Well, looks like everyone's here. The Sahagin Elder claimed to have become eternal, yet he was summarily consumed by Leviathan. What might this imply? I don't fucking know. Being the observant adventurer that you are, you will doubtless have noticed my dagger work back at Sapsa. You know me, Leon. I like to dabble in a bit of this and a bit of that. Yeah, you were hiding that from us. What the hell? You know how to fight like this chick over here. Yuguri. When I saw Leviathan rise from the depths, I cannot well describe what I felt. No words could prepare one for such a sight. Pistola? To confront the Lord of the World in his watery domain is far from ideal, yet he has not liked to come to us. Would that he lacked the means to strike us from afar. Yeah, seriously, fighting him in his domain, as you say, in the water would be fucking suicide. Who the hell would do that? I certainly wouldn't. If Leviathan is allowed to unleash a tidal wave, nothing within 10 miles of the coast will be safe, let alone Limsa. I trust you see what's at stake here. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be fucking suicide. I wouldn't be caught dead trying to fight him in the water.
There used to be a hamlet
shit.
beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Halfstone it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Halfstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
Emotional damage.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Halfstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet. But we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
They lured him to a beach, basically. Trapped him and then got him from land.
Admiral, if I may.
Bad idea, but yeah, he probably won't fall for that twice.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Damn.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
That's right. It's just like that.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, Do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
She's on to him.
Now,
The look
from
on
what
his
I
face.
have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan.
We of course know from the side quest we did, he is
This in
Mistbeard,
itself
so...
will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
That's why I did the side quests, see? They're important. Right on, man. Sounds like a great plan.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
This guy's got balls, dude. He's willing to go up against Leviathan
Will
on the
be
ocean.
dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Gotta fight that thing in the water? Of course. What else am I gonna do except not yes again? Seriously though? This is kind of getting out of hand, isn't it? It's getting a little crazy. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a sound plan, but what if the crystals don't work or something? Like, what if we don't get enough crystals, or... There's a bunch of ways this could go wrong. I have my people working triple shifts on the twin vessel, but it will take some time yet. Time we may not have. 7 hells. This waiting is liable to drive a lot of us mad. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Oh, you're home. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed in them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. Seriously, there's some powerful mother... What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. It better not be that asshole again. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Yustola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? Excuse me. And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals... Thank you. Yeah, this sounds fucking shabby as hell, this plan. Can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. Hey, maybe he'll volunteer to do it again, then I won't have to. Just a thought. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Leon, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. I mean... The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Fruitful, yeah. That's one way of calling it, yeah. Still, the location I just saw. Hands down, how much you want to bet it's that same dumbass from before? If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, I won't spoil it, because we're about to see him anyway. I'll just say it was somebody who wasted a lot of our time. Oh god, it is him. Here's his fucking house or whatever. Or the house of the person he works for. Yep, it's this fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. Now look here, you'll have your bloody story, right after you carry those sacks of grains over to the mill. Great, he's suckering someone else into doing what he made us do. But, sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo stables. And before I rolled that millstone over to the mill. And also before... Gods, man! I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, alright. I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you can. This guy lays it on thick. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. And he can never get the name right. What did he call Titan? Titus? With his bullshit? Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. I didn't need to know the size of your package, dude, but okay. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth, at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? This guy's buying it. Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some that say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Hey, remember me, asshole? Oh! It's you! I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. To tumble them. So that's the euphemism for having sex. I like it. Tumble them. I'm gonna use that from now on. I tumbled her. It's kind of funny. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. With me own eyes. It was a fair few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor, of course, when I saw it. A great, big, massive sea serpent some moms off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sold myself right there and then. You know, he might be referring to... I doubt it, because it's not quite the right scene he's describing. I'd be referring to the 1.0 cutscene with Leviathan in it. What? Oh god. Just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Oh god, dude, we didn't need to know that. You just shit yourself in front of us? Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviabetus, that means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Yeah, I'm aware, actually. That's kind of why I don't actually want to. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson! I can't believe you made me handle done. He is pissed. Rightfully so, but yeah. Leon, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? Nah, we just got a stupid pretender, just like with Titan. I beg your pardon? Leviabetus? Yep, that's what the fuck he said. I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Moravi dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. Right. That was quicker than I thought it would be. What did it say? Drinking under the chief's nose, sneaking out the back door, and nobody will ever know. Yep, he's not ashamed to admit he's a slacker. Now you gotta wonder where they're at. Are they at the Titan part, or are they here at the same part as me, with Leviathan? The Leviathan quest. You don't know. Which part of MSQ are they at? Shit, we're really doing this now. I'll be right back. I gotta take a moment here. So, what better use of that than, you know, going to the restroom real quick, so, BRB. Rather, what better way to take a moment to think about something while you go use the restroom real quick? Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. What's up? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, right. Set this up. There we go. Added that little footrest down there. Should be nice. How's the weather right now? Clouds? Well, as long as it doesn't fucking rain, it's bad enough we're going out into the fucking water! Leviathan controls this shit. When First Master Ainzar proposed the twin vessel, I must confess that I had my doubts. Only now that the World Leader is complete do I see the elegance of this solution. To complete the twin vessel in so short a time and with limited materials, the people of Naldic and Vimelis have wanted admiring me. They're pretty resourceful, it seems, huh? They did do it pretty fucking fast. All I did was go talk to that idiot. Would that we had armed ourselves with more knowledge beforehand. Well, it cannot now be helped. I take comfort in the fact that you have faced worse odds in the past and have ever prevailed. You will do so again, of that I have no doubt. Well, thanks for having faith in me, but I mean... At least with all the other primal battles, I fought them on dry land. I don't fucking know how to swim. I should probably learn how to do that soon, but I don't quite know right now. And even if I did, I can't fight in the fucking water. I mean, this could go wrong in so many ways. Like, what if I fall off the boat or something? It'll require no small amount of helmsmanship to tow the World Leader. I dare say delivering you safely to Leviathan will be a battle in itself. Thank you. See, Estola knows what the fuck I'm talking about. This could end before it even begins. What if I never even get to fight the bastard? I just end up killed before trying to get there. The boat gets sunk or some shit. In order to build the World Leader, we had to decommission 2 perfectly serviceable galleons. Suffice it to say, their captains weren't best pleased with the notion. But when I offered them the chance to keep their ships and face Leviathan in our stead, they magnanimously withdrew their complaints. We must all make sacrifices for the greater good, they said. Yeah, of course, I don't blame them. I mean, if I was them, I probably would have said the same shit. Are you kidding me? I don't want to fight that fucker. In the fucking water. I mean, on land, it's one thing. Like I said, I've taken on other primals like that. But being at the mercy of the ocean? With all this heavy-ass equipment I have on? I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. Yeah, that moron taking credit for shit he didn't do again. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. Not really, it didn't really help. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Leader, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. Oh, thanks. Yeah, cool. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. Well, I guess that kind of reassures me a little bit, but... Stage warning. Okay, I think I'm good. The World Leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. I'm not getting on that fucking boat. This is insane. Lord of the World. Ah, I know that look. You are ready! I just said I wasn't... What the fuck? Having been constructed in some haste, the World Leader may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vimelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, you haven't even fucking tested this thing? Are you fucking shitting me right now? It'll use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. You sure we have enough crystals? At least? Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Oh, great! Keep that in mind. We just got a vague amount of crystals, a device that may or may not work, and I may or may not have to activate it myself. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Estola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. Oh, look at Ugary. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Estola, if you would join the 3rd Levy and Lady Ugary, the 5th. 3rd, 5th. Okay. So they get to go fight Sahagin, but I gotta go fight the big guy, right? But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Not really willingly, but only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. Right. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments, and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Leon. May the crystal bless and keep you. Really? Not even a hint of hesitation and remorse. Just another stoic nod, like, yep. Just tell me what to do and I'll go do it. You fucking serious? Not even a moment of hesitation. The Sahagin, reviled beast tribe native to the Indigo Deep, the ocean, have succeeded in summoning forth their voracious god, the primal Leviathan. Should the mighty serpent be allowed to unleash a tidal wave, the entire city of Limsa Lominsa will be swept into the sea. Faced with watery oblivion, the leaders of the Maelstrom have conceived a desperate plan, I'll say. By lashing together 2 warships and filling their hulls with corrupted crystals, they hope to pierce the Lord of the World's defenses and give a chosen few the chance to dispatch the Primal with courage and steel. Right? Me, apparently? The war leader sits in the bay with her towing vessel with triumph, awaiting but the command to cast off. Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, I feel like, come on, we've done enough favors for these people. They gotta find someone else to do this shit, or at least, you know, somebody equally as powerful to give me backup, you know, so they just always just kind of depending on me for this shit. Like, this is such a shabby, so hastily put together plan. Like I said before, there's so many ways this could go wrong. It's a fucking suicide mission. Can't fucking do this shit. Fuck that. I'm not. No, I'm not. Seriously? It's like I don't have a fucking voice, man. I swear to God. It's like, why can't I ever say no? It's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be able to say no, can't I? I can't even shake my head. All I ever do is nod my head, apparently. I'm just a yes man to these people, and they fucking know it. They take advantage of me. Oh, look, there he is. We're fucking dead. All he's gotta do is do a tidal wave from right there, and we're screwed. Starting to sink in yet? What we signed up for? This is not... Oh, shit! Whatever the hell you guys are gonna do, you better do it quick. You gotta be shitting me. We're actually doing this. Look at that. They're just like, there you go, good luck! Like a sacrificial fucking lamb. They literally just served me to Leviathan on an actual plate floating on water. That's what this fucking boat with this platform is. You gotta be fucking shitting me. I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, but you know, ever brave and courageous Leon over here is like, we got this, man. He's like, we'll be fine. Sure. Sure. Because we're always fine, right? Oh, you trespass upon my domain, tainted of the light. Shit. At least we have fucking railings on this thing. That could have been it right there. Fall into the water with all this equipment, we're done. Well, they distracted some of the Sahagin, but a lot of them are still here. By the looks of it. do anything to that. Drink deep of the sea's bitter drought, he says. Fire up the elemental converter. Mine is the power to cleanse all things. Naught can withstand the relentless onslaught of my waves. Well, that giant pile of crystals work. You challenge me with trickery? Fools! Your mortal contrivances cannot quell the raging sea. Well, these crystals apparently did it, so fuck you. Do they share health bars? Yeah, they do. My waters are still. This is the blessing of light. Yeah, take that, asshole. Never stood a chance. Prick. Yeah, I totally had faith we were gonna do that. Never doubted us for a second. Look. The railings held, we didn't fall into the water. We survived and we killed the motherfucker. And we still have all these crystals. Well, I think they're out of energy now, but... Alright. Somehow that insane plan actually fucking worked. And I'm not dead. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. Go ahead. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. Well, thanks, dude. I mean... not like I know how to say no anyway. At least, he sort of recognizes the sacrifice I make for these people. So often do you achieve the impossible that I fear my words of congratulations will begin to sound repetitive. If indeed they have not already. With this in mind, I shall say only that I am glad of your safe return. Right. Another notch on the old belt, is it? Sure. Well done, my friend. Were I a god, I dare say I would tremble at your summoning. That's a good one. You're a funny guy, Thancred. So I'm gonna kill you last. What? No. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna. That such things can be defeated runs contrary to all I know. Whence comes your strength and sense of purpose? Sometimes I wonder that myself, actually. My congratulations, Leon. This victory will serve to quiet the Sahagin. For a time, at least. A number of things did not go exactly to plan, I will admit. No shit. Leviathan denied us the luxury of ramming him, for one. But let's not quibble over the manner of the victory, eh? Yeah, exactly. So much for ensnaring him. He was free the whole time to jump around the boat. He could have sunk me at any moment. I'm surprised he didn't. Well, when he did try to, luckily the stupid crystals actually worked. Otherwise I'd be dead right now. But let's not quibble over the manner of victory, eh? If Lemza is safe and we are yet undrowned, I conclude that it has been a good day. Sure. Now go and bask in the Admiral's gratitude, will you? You have certainly earned the right. I think I earned a lot more than that after that crazy suicide mission. Dick.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
He starts whistling.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had
She
no
fucking knows. She's
inkling
gotta know.
that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man.
Yeah.
Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
So that's why he knows how to fight like that, huh?
Yestola! You jest, of course.
Billy's over there chuckling and shit.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
Torn up on all
It would
sides.
seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
Sweet!
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I knew she was going to eavesdrop when
I
she
have
walked away
not
like
forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
She still has a good head on her shoulders, doesn't she?
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Truth bombs here, huh?
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
As long as you're actually making a genuine effort to avoid that scenario at all costs. But if you just default to that way of thinking right from the beginning, when you know there was a way you could have prevented that from happening, from the situation getting to that point, then at that point you're just being lazy and cruel. No different than Gaius and all the shit he said before I killed him. Well, I didn't kill him, the explosions at Praetorium did when it fell apart, but you know what I mean, before I defeated him. That the strong have the right to, you know, life and rule over everything. Sounds no different than Gaius. So it's like, again, yeah, her reasoning only stands if there is absolutely no other way. I think that's what Y'shtola was really trying to impart on her. Are you really doing everything you can to prevent these conflicts from even occurring in the first place so we don't have to mindlessly kill each other like this? Like, could this have been prevented is basically what Y'shtola was trying to, you know, convey. Did you really make every effort to make sure it didn't come to this before just resorting to violence? That kind of thing. Lord knows it would have helped me. It would have helped spare me the heart attack of watching myself get on that boat like a fucking moron and nearly get killed for these people. But alas. And then what did they do in the meeting room? They just joked around and mostly picked on Thancred's past for knowing how to fight the way he does with 2 daggers. Or they gave a shit about the fact that I put everything on the line for them. Anyway, when Yugri met the fraternity, the Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Excuse me. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you, excuse me again, that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsan society. Oh, so we're talking about the criminal underworld? I mean, in a city known for having people that are former pirates, I mean, how much more worse could that be? It's like, it's a city of pirates. What could the underworld, how much different is the underworld going to be from the regular society? They value their independence more highly than pirates, okay, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Alright. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. Okay. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. I don't like your tone with that last good luck. Are you implying I'm about to get shanked or something if I'm not careful? Damn these people. Making me the fucking errand boy all the time. Taking on all these risky missions, and they're like, oh, he'll do it. He always says yes. Just send him to do it. Shadowy woman. What? Didn't your mammy teach you it's rude to stare? I'm gonna stare at you again then. Okay. Inconspicuous man. You're the guy? Hmm? Got business with me, adventurer? Yeah, apparently. I got this letter penned by Admiral Merlvib introducing Yuri of Doma to you guys, I guess, the members of Limsa Lominsa's as yet unnamed secret fraternity. Here, take it. So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But, what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Yeah, he probably does. I might go join him in a bit. Need some R&R after that fucking battle with Leviathan. Ah, and you must be the far easterner, what Merlvib, sorry, I keep saying it wrong, says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yukari of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. So she was expecting these guys to look more shady, basically, than they do. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. And what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you agree of do-what's-it, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ha! That didn't come out right, did it? No, it didn't. That's why I played that sound effect. What are you thinking about doing with her? She just ignores it. She's like, whatever. Master Leon, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us, Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Thanks. At least you appreciate me. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Yeah, I'd love to. I wouldn't want to learn how to fight with two blades like that. It seemed pretty cool when I saw you and Thancred do it. I might actually stop by, once you guys are open for business. I could do with a change from constantly wielding this gigantic spear all the time, right? That'd be healthy. Far Eastern combat, are they? I must say, my curiosity is fairly piqued. Cor, it's been ages since Thancred up and left the sisters. What I wouldn't give to run with the old scoundrel again, just like back in the old days. I'll have to ask him to tell me stories of that. Through the maelstrom. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Take it easy, Yuri. A good gal. It's like Istola, she, you know, recognized the sort of hypocrisy and the danger of the Admiral's current direction when she listened in on that conversation, and she seems like a really good person. Overall, intelligent and a good, kind-hearted person. So, I like her. Anyway, I think that was actually the end of 2.2. If not, the quest I'm on right now is the one that wraps it up, I think. Either way, I gotta use the restroom real quick, so. Damn water. Drink that damn Kale smoothie. It fills me up with too much water. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue, shall we? I'm in instance 2 of Mordona. Oh. Place is packed. It's no longer prey return to the waking sands, it's prey return to fucking rising stones now. What? Wait, I just kind of ran past everyone. Oh shit! What's on? The Rising Stones. What a peculiar name for a sanctuary. I'm not the one who came up with it, so don't look at me. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Rising Stones. With your cooperation, we hope to grow rich and transform this place into the piling gold. Teehee! So that's where your mind's at, Tataru. Money, huh? Oh, Leon! Forgive me, but I must see to the domain's needs. Mm-hmm. Sure. Great. No better than... what's his name? Over in Ul'dah. Lolorito and Talegia, I think. Alright, I'm back, Minfilia. What's up?
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
Holy shit!
12 preserve.
Yeah, that's her way of saying that.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve. Revolution.
Plotting. In case I was too quiet, I basically just said, what the fuck is that guy plotting? I raise the volume back up now. That's the end of 2.2, through the Maelstrom. A Realm Awoken was the 2.1 ending. Now we're on to 2.3. Beginning with the quest, The Great Divide. Ventili's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Baldessian. Oh yeah, before that interruption though. I gotta say, 1 second. Okay. No sneeze. I'm good. I gotta say, it's quite interesting what she said before that though. She said that she heard of a legend that stated that certain souls are reborn, if I caught that correctly, after every umbral calamity. That they might stay another one from happening. And she wondered if that had to do with the echo. Which leads me to believe she's thinking perhaps certain... Well, she didn't imply it was a reincarnation of somebody who died during the calamity. It could just be the reincarnation of someone. Could happen at the end of... If that legend is true. Happens at the end of a calamity like the one that Bahamut did. And then that soul enters the body of another person unbeknownst to them. And when it does so, it gives that person the power of the echo. It sounds like that's what she was implying. So like the spirit of someone who's long been dead will enter somebody currently living, their body. Kind of like the Sahagin guy did when he took possession of his own minions or whatever when he was summoning Leviathan. I think that's what she was speculating on. That's interesting to think about. Dead people's souls coming back to life after a calamity and then possessing an unwilling live person, or unknowing live person, and then suddenly they have these special abilities that we call the Echo. Is that what happened to me? Is there another person inside me? Our friends. The very isle itself. Everyone and everything. No. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter. One closer to home. Okay. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Magul Mag XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelvewood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. It may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... As always. Asilia? I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. Oh, I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Leon, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Yeah. I am well aware that our resources are finite, but we have a responsibility to protect the people of Eorzea. You're right about that. Can't be the type of people that just quits when the going gets tough, right? What value do our principles really have if we don't stand by them or shirk away from them the moment it starts to become difficult to stick by them? Draggle-tailed refugee. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Menphilia and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one we got took. The one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. That's what the rich tend to do, yeah. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me. Revenant's told. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us? I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go! You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word. Tataru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What the fuck? What? Oh, is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. Shit, this is what they were talking about. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? I know what he's getting at. Find Alphino and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. You got it. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalima will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Leon. I'm on my way. Don't believe what they say. I know these people. They would only take up arms to defend themselves. If there was a riot, I swear to you, they didn't start it. I believe you. Not just because of the scene we saw, but honestly, it's because, well, this is kind of something that's replete in history with situations like these. When you need an excuse to start a war against a certain group of people because you don't want them around anymore, or you want to take what little they have left, or just what they have in general, you gotta make yourself look like the good guy, right? So you try to provoke them to start something first, or make it look like they started something unprovoked. And that's probably what happened. Putting two and two together. What Teleji, that scene with Teleji we just saw, and then this. It could be a scene, there could be a chance that he might have ordered that guy, or somebody did, to go, like, pretend to be one of the refugees and then start a riot, so that they could pin the blame on the refugees, and then have the excuse they needed to, you know, essentially wage war on them. Just, you know, start rounding them up and killing them or kicking them out of Ul'dah. Things like that. Yeah, that's usually how the elite and powerful take care of nuisances that they don't want around anymore. That's what they do. This is really textbook of that, honestly. Oh right, I forgot what server I was on. I honestly do, I only remember when I come here. Okay, it's like, are my chains on? Yes.
Come,
Oh,
you must
shit.
have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
Of course, yeah.
So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
The hemp and camise on the Highlander chick.
Choosing to ignore
Super
their
revealing,
existence,
dude.
however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Ul'dans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
That's too convenient then, isn't it? Classic example of what happens when you don't share the wealth. When there's, like I said before, last time we touched on this subject, when there's plenty to go around for everyone, but you're not willing to share it, you hoard it all for yourself, you end up with a great divide like this, as they say. And eventually it leads to this. It's massive civil unrest. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Yeah. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. You and me both. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Ravan has to say upon the matter. Right on. Let the stones throw away. Just another day in Ul'Dan, Balmung. Birds chirping. Nothing out of the ordinary. What's up, Ravan? He's a cool guy, but right now, grim tidings. Like, yeah, exactly. Now's not a good time, Leon. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Like, I come up to him like, hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? And then he's just like, no, not now, man. It's kind of dark right now. I'm just like, yeah, that's true. Things are kind of shitty at the moment. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alfino, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your Kairugans, if that's how you say it. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Ul'Dan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the domes were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. No, it wouldn't actually. And what of those, not that expensive anyway, what he's inferring. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by their immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Yeah. Come to the point. It's like, just shut up, hurry up, and get to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. Damn. Well, he's right, but damn. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. That's true, yeah. He doesn't want to speak out loud about this to anyone else, because he's worried about who might be listening. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the Monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Yeah. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Leon. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Up to you. You look as though you have something to say, Leon. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Excuse me. Excuse me again. That was like a hiccup that almost turned into a burp. I don't know what that was. Oh, it tends to happen to me though. Whew. Nothing to do with the story. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Really? What do you know about this merchant? A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Nope. Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka, he will explain everything. Okay. Ah! Don't hurt me! I'm not one of them! Wait, I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of Saint Adama Landama? Yeah, I've been there before. 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. I'll be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed? Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. This reminds me of something that happened in real life like a few years ago, actually. Right here in this... yeah. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Okay. Terrified refugee. Well, what are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw! Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me, be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you stay and leave me alone? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Jesus. You must have seen some fucked up shit. Calm down, man. You're safe now. Slow down and talk to me, alright? Who are you? What do you want? Aye, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh gods, the other group! They're still out there! If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was! Desperate times indeed. Shock and awe. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than to listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality... That's it! Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Yeah, actually, that might actually work. Once they realize how helpless they are against trained, soldiers with actual quality weapons and armor on their hands. You ain't no match for the police when all you got is, what? Throwing bricks and shit at them? I guess the merchant did give him proper weapons, but still, if you don't know how to use them, you still ain't no match for the cops, man. 7 hells, they found us! Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point! So that's your game, is it? Ha 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 ha! Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Big mistake. Damn, targeting. You should never have come here. Well, I'm here. Another one. Do your worst. I did. They're not gonna stop. Oh, a challenge. It's been too long. Well, come at me then. Meddlesome wretch. No. Oh. That enough to convince you you're no match for them? You beat him like there was nothing. Thal Almighty, what are we gonna do now? Yeah. That's what you're up against. Good luck. He's like, you beat him like it was nothing. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Yeah, I made sure not to kill him at least. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Yeah, he looked like he gave up. I don't think he's gonna keep going now. Or, oh wait, you said the merchant? He wasn't even there, dude. Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Thanks for the tip-off. Reap the whirlwind. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Okay. We're lined up. Ellie? Have you seen my parents? Oh shit. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. Oh no. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Yeah. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Yeah, I'm looking for a merchant, actually. Who might be stirring up trouble. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look! Over there! I think that's him! Well then, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? That's gotta be the guy. You! He's running for it. That's an admission of guilt if I've ever seen one. He's getting away! Go get him, mister! Alright, I'm on it. Stay here, kid. I got this son of a bitch. He ain't gonna outrun me. On this thing. There you are. You. You again. Well, why are you pursuing me? Why'd you run from me? Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Is it? Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The selfsame refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Oh yeah? For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a kicker's ass about politics? It was business. Only business. That's what they always say. Nothing personal, just business. No, it's still personal. You got nowhere to go, asshole. You're coming with me. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Alright, that sounds a little bit more like it. Start talking. Oh, shit. What's all this commotion? Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Looks like someone silenced the rat before he could squeal. That arrow could just have easily hit me, though. They picked their target carefully, didn't they? Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. Right through the heart, too. That was a good shot. This man was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Thanks, friend. What news, Leon? Where's the merchant? He's dead. Got shot right through the heart. Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Leon. He was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Really? Revolution. There it is. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alfino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay. Damn it. Excuse me. Wait, Alfina. What's up, dude? Excellent work, Leon. The information you brought us helped me persuade General Raban to call this meeting. Mayhap now we can discuss matters openly and honestly. We have been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters.
Damn!
It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Oh shit, busted.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
And you bought it, whereas I remain suspicious of him.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Frontline storyline. Told you it ties in.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
The PvP thing, for those who don't know what I'm talking about.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled. which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin.
Yeah, exactly. Of course that's what he's gonna do.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
There was his true intent. He never gave a fuck.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
What a perfect way to introduce that. Omega, with the most...
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats.
Forgot to take off my damn
Given
shades.
the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
That's probably why.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power.
Thank you. Yes.
Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
He's tired of being second place.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
Damn, somebody was listening.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
This affects everyone now, not just Ulda. What a fascinating way to introduce Omega, right? I mean, if previous Final Fantasy games experience tells us anything, yeah, he's way stronger than Ultimate Weapon. So that's why I did the frontline PvP side quest, which doesn't require you to even play a match. I just unlocked it, but it explains the lore behind it. And here's where it ties in. That's why I did it. So he's looking to put an end to that conflict and take the land for himself, this Teleji guy, with everything he's doing with the refugees here. Bastard is a conniving, mad, evil genius. Stories we tell. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scion? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Lieutenant Starcrest. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartana. That's right. Finally, there's an advantage. I have an advantage to being allied with one of the companies, because I'm privileged to certain information. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children. What the fuck is going on? It's the little girl from earlier, Ellie. I'm sorry. Damn, dude. Talk to a kid like that? What a dick. Just scared and lonely. Probably hungry, too. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. Oh shit, I never did go back to talk to her after that. You know this girl? Yeah, so I found that dude who got murdered right in front of me. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Hey, I brought a smile back to her face. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. God, I hope her parents aren't dead. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal, even dealing with an Asian would be preferable to this charade. Politics is a dirty business, isn't it? Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources. And ourselves. Thank you. Now you're starting to realize why I was so pissed off about that whole deal with Leviathan. I just get sent to my near death like it's nothing now. People just expect me to do that kind of shit, despite how suicidal that whole situation was. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Oh? You got an idea? Leon, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. Time for a little diversion in the story. I am needed elsewhere. The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I have received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves... the Sylphs? Go, Leon. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Okay. I'll let her know. I was wondering who was making those footsteps. I was like, who's walking in place? Alright. We're leaving. Back to Mordona. Could've just teleported from there. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're talking to her now, huh, Tancred? What's up? Did you get them digits yet? Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Ul'dah. 'Twas then that I first chanced to gaze upon your beauty. Oh shit, he's going in! He's macking on her alright. I was utterly transfixed. I dare not blink lest I deprive myself of even a split second of your radiance. Look, he's got a bottle in his hand. This is good. Tancred with a beer in his hand. And what's her response? You do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you have had a bit too much to drink. Damn, Tancred, I think you're gonna get shot down in the end. Oh, I should take a better one. Here, this'll look. Wait, this'll look better. Oh, hold on, I got an idea actually. I got a much better idea. Let me target her. Forgive my antics, but I gotta do this once in a while. When the opportunity presents itself. There we go, that'll do. This is gonna be good. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so... keep depth of field? Nah, makes things a little too blurry. Let's see. Turn that off. Okay, now I just gotta pause it at the right time. Maybe I'll take two. I see two opportunities here. Okay. Oh, this one will have to be from this side, though. Or... shit! It's because his arm covers up his face too much. Alright, this one was gonna look kind of jank, but fuck it. I'll take this one, too. Alright, Tancred. Alright. Now... the one I was really going for, though, was... good. I think I have to wait for him to do that. Wait. Hold on. I want to put her in the shot because we need to know who Tancred's looking at, you know? So she's got to be in the shot, so the camera's got to be here. Okay, I'll take this one just in case I fuck up, but... the laughing is the best part. Okay. There we go. Oh my god, this is great. Yes, this is from her point of view too. That's gonna look good. Hold on, we gotta check this out. Oh, that is perfect. Look at that shit. Like, we're both getting drunk and macking on her at the same time. We're just having a good time talking to her, you know? One or the other. That's the shot I had envisioned from the start. I took a few extras there, but that's really what I wanted. I'll take a few more for good measure, but... what if I turn on some lighting? Oh, hell no. That's too much. I can't put it further away because of the wall either, so... after the laugh, I'll pick another one. Where he does this. There. It's a short animation. I'll take one more. Once he starts talking. Oh, hold on. The finger point. That'll be my last one. Then I'll fuck off. There we go. Alright, cool. That's good enough. Forgive me my shenanigans, folks. I like to have fun like that with G-Pose. I'll make for some funny souvenir photos later. Alright, let's continue, shall we? Oh, shit, what are you doing here? I am come on behalf of the Elder Seeds here to petition the aid of your order. The antecedent has been apprised of the situation. Oh yeah? What's up, Minfilia? It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Leon. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alfino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Go for it. Lord of Levin. Well, you know what that means. Thanks, FF13. Lightning. Thunder. Electricity. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. Oh, shit. I barely saw the time. I'm gonna have to cut it here. I have to... Ugh, excuse me, this scene. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramuh. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain? The Elder Seeds here informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the Touched Ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh shit. What have you got to say for yourselves, Eden Papalimos? This is on you. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was gonna happen, just not this soon. What the fuck? I beg your pardon? Thank you, Syl. It's like, wait a minute, you didn't tell us? You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? Or that too? You didn't do anything about it? I told Papalimos. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory? They already summoned Ramuh once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came trampling through the forest. Tramping, sorry. And so long as cast from Occident stands, or sorry, so long as cast from Oriens stands, Occident is in Limsa. It's the one where we started the Coals of Bahamut. And that cutscene with Gaius was in it. Was in that place at the beginning of the game. Where he first landed and talked about what happened 15 years ago and yada yada. The Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. Oh, so it still ties into that too. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Yep. Yet again, and this time by naught but greed and avarice on Telegi's part. This is an indirect consequence of his actions. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. I felt like that was a little backhanded. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Leon, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. Yeah, that's true. They were gonna try to summon Ramuh back then, yeah. I like that Istola takes all this though. Like, whether it's Papalimbo or Admiral Melvin, you know, kind of criticizing the way she talks about how we kind of bring our own problems upon ourselves. She stands her ground because she knows it's true. You know, the truth is ugly, but doesn't stop it from being the truth. I wonder, might one who has treated with the sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. Gridania. The Elder Seeds here has requested your personal involvement, Leon. Pray report to Commander Hulaw at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Again? What is this, like the 10th or 12th time we have to go talk to that guy? All the side quests that involved him. And now MSQ as well. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Okay. The Lord of Levin. Oh wait, a home state, free teleport. But, you know what? We're in a very peaceful spot. We might as well pause here, because I looked at the time and we're 10 minutes after. Okay, he doesn't change what he says. The Elder Seeds here has asked for you by name. Pray report to Commander Hulaw at the Adder's Nest in Gridania with all haste. Not before I take a well-earned break, Minfilia. So yeah. I'll be right back in about 5-10 minutes as usual. This is where I'm basically going to cut the video for YouTube. So, yeah. BRB, folks.